podcast?
Yo, are you dumb?
I'm getting smarter just thinking about it. Politics, sports, your mama, whatever. The Smartest Dumb People podcast cover everything. With Anthony that dude Johnson and special guests, you're about to learn everything you need to know about everything you need to know. Man, I even had to buy a new pair of glasses after watching the show. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all join on Facebook, Instagram. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. So stop wasting your time watching other podcasts. It's the only one you need.
Y'all know what it is? It's the Smartest Dumb People!
Yo, what's up? At the hottest podcast in the city, the Smartest Dumb People. I'm here with my nigga, that dude Johnson. You know what I'm saying? We go way back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. Y'all tune in every week or every time. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you're supposed to do. Like, comment, share, tell your people about it. Y'all know what it is? It's the Smartest Dumb People!
See, man, when you get that type of money, he literally sleeping with other people. So, like, they just was a story.
This is the best podcast in the city.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm not pandering.
You know what I'm saying? And they take vocals and, scripts.
That's how I'm living on $2. You're a real hustler, huh? That's pretty neat. Into it.
But I also met
Team, they know she likes to go outside, play soccer by herself. We have to. Make sure, I want to change it like Snoop Dogg. He's an icon in all facets of life.
The most biggest icon in the world.
But
I feel like they cheat stupid. They gonna get caught. Yeah, they cheat with their dick like we cheat with our mind. I feel like women.
no more. But before I let you explain that, I want to show a little clip of a little monster.
I'm on Pandora, YouTube. I'm on
The students and everybody. Carl. I'm trying to find.
It is what it is. Finally, we went to right with them.
There's two cats. No, you can hustle in many ways. There's two cats in high school.
this is the coldest fucking thing that's going on. Wall. These the realest niggas out
Yeah,
there.
you already know.
Like, for real. Like, this.
God, I go off the mentality of the woman. And I know if I know my woman.
Smart dummy!
Let's go! Welcome. This is the Smartest Dumb People, and I am the host, Anthony, that dude Johnson. And always, we're going to have somebody at the table with me. Today, we got Big Shay in the building. Yep. Shout out to Borrow T, located in Colorado. Shout out to Cuzzo. What's going on, Cuzzo?
What's good?
Man, look, the Smartest Dumb People we took a 3-week break. That is the longest I went without an episode. I'm sorry. I apologize. I had the cat. I had got a second job. I didn't rekindle some shit. I had a bunch of shit going on, man. Life was lifing, but I'm back to normal now. I think I'm back to normal. So shout out to everybody that was patient with us, the people that reach out. Shout out to Frank. Shout out to everybody that reached out to see what was going on with the Smartest Dumb People. Just life was lifing. We had to get everything situated, and Zeno was taking over the podcast room too. This was his room, and he was fucking the room up. So I just had shit going on, man. I wound up giving Zeno away. By the way, everybody was mad about me. Let me tell you something about social media.
You see how they do the black ones?
I did. Let me tell you something about social media, man. Social media, boy, they will attack your ass in the heart.
Over some pets?
Oh, yeah. I said, well, I'm looking for a homeowner for Zeno because, I can't. I'm gone 16 hours a day. So when I get home, it's 11 o'clock at night. He crying in the room. Mm-hmm. I started to feel like I was abusing him because I would whoop his ass when he was doing something he wasn't supposed to do. It was just too much pressure for me. Mm-hmm. It just was. I couldn't be. Yes, I gave my son up for adoption. I did. I didn't think I would as a parent. But I gave him to a black lady. I gave him to a cool lady by the name of Keita. Shout out to Keita. Yeah, but Keita keep bringing his ass to work, so I'm getting a little offended. I told her that that's like, together? Yeah, but I told her that's like giving your child up for adoption. And then you got to see the motherfucker.
Y'all got to open adoption. The parent can stay in the child's life.
No, you should see the video I sent Carl. He do not fuck with me. He looked at me and said, "Bitch ass nigga," and walked away. She let him out the cage. He walked out the cage, looked at me and said, "Oh, ass nigga," and walked away. He don't fuck with me no more. It's all good. I had to do what I had to do because now I'm getting to the money. This is the Smartest Dumb People. Tap in Tuesday. We got so much to talk about. There's so much shit that's been going on in the news. We had not a school shooter. We had a mass shooter just 2 days ago. Nolan Wells case situation. I don't even know how to address that. I looked for a video to talk about it, but I couldn't find a video that wasn't like AI. I wasn't about to, you know how they do those AI videos. I didn't want to post it, but we can definitely discuss the Nolan Wells situation. Me and Carl been arguing about this, not arguing, debating, or conversating about this for the last few days. If that was a white kid with a group of black friends, they would have at least been interrogated by now. This is the fact. At least interrogated. And I keep stressing this because so many people don't want to talk about it, but white privilege is a real thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, and I was telling Carl this also. I said, I noticed white people don't like to talk about white privilege. You know why? Because it's a secret society.
They would have to acknowledge it
and fix it. That part. So, and
well, I don't know if you could really fix it. I think it's just, it is what it is.
Because your acknowledgement would also indicate that there is some wrong behind that. So you can't just acknowledge it and not fix it. Like, you would have to be more fair.
Well, me personally, I think that acknowledging it is no different than how me and you, Carl, we working on our mental health and acknowledging our traumas. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what white privilege is. It's low key a trauma. Just because it's beneficial to the white community doesn't mean that there's not trauma involved in it.
Explain that for me, because I ain't following.
So the trauma is the exploitation of it. Mm-hmm. Exploitation of knowing that white privilege exists. That's abuse of power. So what I was saying is it's trauma in a way too. I don't mean it in the way that it's affected them. I'm saying that their ancestors did some shit that could be considered trauma as well. Like, my grandpa,
them or to us?
To them and to us. Because if you rock with the black community, and it's deeper than the black community, it's fucking black and brown community. Mm-hmm. If you rock with, remember the white girl we talked about on the show that was crying because her family was racist and was like laughing about the N-word and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. Like, you can be brought up into white privilege and it can be your trauma too, because you don't have that racism in you. You don't have that privilege.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So, Carl, what do you think about the Nolan Wells case?
What do I think? I think a lot about it, honestly. I think that it's definitely something suspicious. You know what I'm saying? It's something suspicious that took place with the autopsy. They said that it was two different autopsies. One autopsy was with the state of Mississippi, and then they had a private autopsy after that. And in the first autopsy, they took the man's throat and his lungs out before. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of suspicious behavior that's going on. So when they took the throat out, you couldn't really tell whether the man drowned or not, because that's the storyline, correct? The storyline is that he went out with a group of white friends and they left on an island, and they said that he drowned, correct?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Drowned. They never really gave what happened to him. That's the problem. That everybody's saying.
They never said that he drowned?
No, not.
I thought they said that he drowned.
I don't think that they for certain. Let me look it up real quick. But I don't think that they for certain said that he drowned. I think that's just a theory that's going around, is that it was an accidental drowning. But
make sure y'all like and share.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's hard for me to judge, is because everybody just makes content off of the situation, not really knowing the circumstances or even really know what took place. So me giving an opinion of what I heard, and I thought I heard that he drowned, and I thought that I heard that they did an autopsy and stating that they took his lungs out, took his throat, and when the second autopsy came about. So
it's a theory that it was an accidental drowning because they found him face down in the water on the shoreline. So
I think they
able to. I don't think anybody has admitted that they knew that he drowned.
And I also think that they just playing on the theory. The theory aspect of it is that he black and they just using it that he can't swim and that he drowned. That's what it's just kind of just crazy.
I think we should get more information on this case and talk about it next week. I just kind of wanted to acknowledge it because we don't have all the details. We haven't done much research. I would rather say, I just wanted to acknowledge it.
There's a lot of details that have actually not a lot of concrete details that have actually been.
Make sure you like and share.
A lot of the stuff is just people speculating, trying to figure out what happened to this boy, and these kids ain't talking, and messages are deleted, and one of the kids' stepmom is the judge or something like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
A lot of
it's
yeah,
people.
it's
with that case.
Go ahead, Cuz.
a whole bunch of crazy storylines behind it. It's
Well,
a very interesting case and it's very sad. And it ain't nothing new that didn't took place, especially in Mississippi. We all know the history of Mississippi, Emmett Till, things like that. So, it's definitely suspicious and hopefully we could come to a conclusion and hopefully get somebody arrested if it was some foul play involved.
make sure you like and share. I don't want to, like I said, I want to actually dive into this when we do some research, and I got a chance to do some research on it too. I just wanted to acknowledge it because the smartest dumb people. We talk about current events. We talk about what's going on in society. We know about the Nola Wells case. I haven't had a chance to sit my black ass down to do any research or anything, but we had to give y'all some content, so that's what we're doing. What you call it, Carl? It's just content. We had to make sure we push the agenda because we haven't had a show in 3 weeks. So we got some topics we can talk about. I want to talk about the first topic. Let's talk about the young lady that was saying that she has standards for her man, but she don't even know if she's reaching the standards for her man that for herself. Let's watch the clip. We'll be right back with y'all. We'll digest it. Make sure y'all like and share.
And to be honest, I ain't really trying to date for real right now because the standards that I got for my future husband, I'm not even currently meeting them standards myself. Like, it's like I can't be saying I want this fit husband with big muscles and he care about his body and he healthy when my oversized shirt's starting to fit just right. I can't be saying like I want this man who like he provides and he's good with money, he's responsible. Honestly, my daddy told me that whatever man I marry, he needs to always have double whatever in my account. He need to have double that. And I'm gonna be honest, Dad. Right now, $8 will get him in. $8 will get him in. If you got $8, that's double my account. You getting in. And it's just like I can't be want a provider when I can't provide nobody with nothing but advice based on my account. And I know people gonna be like, well, you supposed to, people supposed to love you for who you are. It's more than that. This, that, and that. Yeah. I mean, I agree with that to a certain extent, but it's like if every week your back adding a roll, at some point, that's who you is. And I just feel like this is the residue of the older version of me. I'm becoming that person. Like I'm becoming that person, but I want to fully walk in it before I add somebody else. Because before I add somebody else, I want to know everything I offer so I can know if you adding to me, taking away, or you just not making a difference in me at all. And I don't want to just come into, I don't want to come into nobody's space and they got, they feel like they got power over me because they got more money or, trying to play, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do all that because I refuse to get done how Charles did Helen. Because
Well, that's the actual clip. I'll be the first to admit, standards are important, but your standards also change the older you get. I keep trying to tell people this. When I was young, I wanted the baddest bitch in the room. I didn't care if she could cook. I didn't care if she could clean. I didn't care if she had money. I just wanted the prettiest woman in the room. Seriously. And as the older I got, the more I realized I'm way more attracted to older women. Like even women older than me. I don't want to take care of a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And then we got another clip that we're gonna play where he's talking about his wife being soft and she blah blah blah. The clip I sent you guys. But for me, I feel like I do have standards, physical standards, but there aren't more important than like real life shit that we go through on a day-to-day basis. Can you keep a job? Do you go to work every day? Do you make sure you take care of your family and your kids? Mm-hmm. I care more about the aesthetics, not the aesthetics, I'm sorry. I care more about the actual things that mean something in a relationship, not the physical appearance. I'm not saying I don't want to date somebody that looks attractive or anything like that. I'm just saying like the older I got, the more my standards change. Mm-hmm. And I start caring about, are you a hoe? Like things, do you cheat? Like real life things that I didn't think about when I was young. What's your opinion on standards and what she was saying, Shay?
I think if more people thought like her, the dating world wouldn't be so messed up because one, you have to take accountability for where you're at versus where you want to be. Like if I'm not the person that I seek, then I have no business telling somebody, oh, you not up to my standards and I'm not up to my standards. Yeah. The stuff that she said there is not unrealistic. Like what she wanted somebody who cares about their health and somebody who is financially responsible. She didn't say he had to be, he had to have $500,000 in the bank. She wants somebody that's financially responsible. So she's acknowledging the fact that she's not financially responsible and she's not doing her best with her health right now either. So I feel like if more people thought like that, and then even her saying like she wants to be able to become that person and walk in it before she brings somebody in there. I feel like when she does become that person and she's able to walk in it and she meets someone who is able to compliment her, she's gonna be a very good woman.
What did you post the other day? I thought it was dope. You
The
posted
well
something.
oiled machine.
Yeah. Could you break that down? And what you said, please.
Yeah. So people talk about like the 50-50 and the my man has to be a provider conversation constantly on Facebook. And I posted something and said I don't necessarily care for that conversation because the relationship that I want, you don't necessarily. I want a well-oiled machine, so you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be the sole provider. We don't have to have this 50-50 conversation because at the end of the day, I'm going to support you. You're going to support me. So when you're having a bad day, I'm going to step in. When I'm having a bad day, you're going to step in. Where I lack, you're going to pick up. Where you lack, I'm going to pick up. We don't have to have this conversation about the man being the provider or he has to make this amount of money and I just want to be a kept woman because I really don't care for that lifestyle. For me personally, I'm still going to work. I'm still going to contribute to the household. I'm still going to contribute to whatever goals that we have together. So have my back like I have yours. We don't need to keep score. We don't have to go tit for tat. I did this for you. I did this. Just have my back and I got your back and we're going to move forward and it'll be a well-oiled machine. When you need a little tune-up, I got you. And when I need a tune-up, you got me.
Carl, do you believe in standards?
Do I believe in standards? Yeah, I believe in standards, but do I believe in lists? Probably not. You know what I mean? I think a lot of things you should let happen naturally. I think when you create a list, you make things a little bit more difficult than it should be. Like when you get this fantasizing how a man build is and hit the tone of his skin, or even if I'm doing that with a woman, the tone of her skin, how her hair look. I think that's kind of like you go play yourself out of somebody that's a winner because they might not have something that's on that list. So I think it's cool to have standards, but I think it's not cool to have a list of things that you like and don't like in people.
You got a list?
I have a list, but my list is not superficial. My list is core values. Like my list of things that I want in a husband, I'll just like.
You wrote it down?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is
Because the power of the tongue and manifestation is a real thing.
Facts.
So my husband manifestations. Okay, so this is like I ain't gonna go through everything, but right. So like enjoys my company and enjoys having me around. Funny, spiritual, looks forward to seeing me. Thoughtful, considerate of my feelings, appreciative, willing to try new things, has a strong relationship with his kids in mind, enjoys having a family, close with his mom, trustworthy, clingy but in a healthy way, patient, smart, always seeking knowledge, financially stable, emotionally stable, and intelligent. Likes to have direct conversations when there's conflict, able to calm me down. Like my list is core values.
I feel like I was that list until you said have a great relationship with his mom. No. I have a good relationship with my mom, but I want to make it clear. Like me and my mom have a lot of trauma. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people aren't fortunate enough to have that amazing. Like I always wanted to be. That. Yeah, I always wanted to be the best son.
But they say how a man treats his mom is how he treats his woman. So if he doesn't respect his mom, the chances of him respecting you as his woman is slim to none. I think it's okay for you to have. I think everybody probably has some level of trauma with their parents at some point, but also I think it's a difference between like the trauma affects the way that I respect my parents and I respect someone of the opposite sex versus like we have trauma but we're still close and we work through it.
Well, for me, when it comes to standards, I think let's play the other clip because it's kind of tailored to what we are discussing right now. We can segue to it. We'll be right back with y'all. We're gonna play this clip of this guy talking about how soft his wife is to him and how he loves a soft woman. We'll be right back with y'all.
Work with you and your wife. Like, is she more like laid back?
My wife is she's everything that a woman's supposed to be. Soft spoken, elegant, extremely laid back, extremely.
When y'all get in an argument, what does she do?
We don't do arguments.
Okay.
We don't argue.
If you guys get in a disagreement, what does she do?
She does what grown women do. She lets me be right until I realize I'm wrong.
Damn.
That's how grown women navigate. Yeah, I deal with feminine women.
Wait, say it again.
That was hard. Say it again.
She allows me to be right until I come back and realize I'm wrong. That's what smart women do.
So when do you come
Ladies,
back
that's a new standard.
It could be when I leave. I could go get in my car. It could be a day. It could be
What if
2
you
days.
never realize it?
She knows what kind of man she got. I'm going to realize it.
Man, this is the...
All right, so that's the actual clip. I'll be the first to admit the older I got, the more I realized I don't like bulldogs. I have no desire. And what I mean by bulldog, we've been talking about bulldogs on the show for fucking since the show started. A bulldog is just an aggressive woman. I don't like a woman that acts like a man, thinks like a man, like just aggressive. Like I don't even get along with coworkers that's aggressive females. Like I don't like females that don't have softness to them. Because for me as a man, I always got to be tough. The last motherfucker I want to be soft with is, I mean, the only person I feel like I should be able to be soft with is my woman. And she has to understand, I say this to people all the time, you got to watch how you talk to me. And then, like, I also been using Carl quote lately, it can alter our relationship. How you talk to me is so important. And I mean, as a female that I'm dating or anything like that, how you talk to me is very important. Now, you could look at it, and I know women that say, well, you must be soft. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm soft. I don't give a fuck. I know how I want to be treated. I know what it's like to date somebody. I was with somebody for 20 years. For 20 years, I love her to death. She will always be my child's mother, and I always will love her because she gave me my kids. But I felt like a lot of the things that me and her did in our relationship was very unhealthy. How she talked to me, how I talked to her, how I treated her. I don't want that for myself. So I grew up and I matured as a man and realized what type of woman I need to balance me out. Because I can be the tough motherfucker in the room, but I don't want my girl to be tough with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to protect and provide.
Or tough against you.
Or tough against me. What do you think about that clip, Carl? What he was talking about?
Well, one, I guess due to the fact that I grew up in a single household, I have a mother that's strong-minded, and my mom is still single to this day, mind you, though, too. So I expect a woman to be tough and aggressive and decisive and understand what they want. That's what I admire about women. I actually look at women like um, I look at women like they really better than men, to be honest with you. And the only reason why I do is because the importance of a woman. I think they carry the seed. I think it's a lot that women do that we overlook as men. And I think that women are extremely important. And I like a woman that actually could take lead. You know what I mean? Because if I don't be there, something happened to me. I want her to be able to handle herself. You know what I'm saying? So I can admire a strong-minded woman. That's why I prefer a black woman, because I prefer a woman to be honest with me. And she go check me every time I'm out of line. And don't get me wrong, because I am an argumentative individual and I am macho, but I also know my place as a man. And my expectations as a woman is to just be the leader of the household as well why I'll be the leader of the household, because ultimately all the decisions is gonna come through me anyway.
Well,
but I want my woman to be strong-minded for sure, not a doubt in my mind. And I wanted to be opinionated. But see what happens when a woman is too opinionated and she don't trust you, that's when it becomes a disagreement. So if my woman's opinionated but trusts me and understand my opinion when I make a statement, it ain't gonna never be no arguments, just like the dude said. Like if my woman respect my gangster, we ain't gonna have no issues.
But you said
you know what I mean?
you used the term, excuse me, you used the term check you. That's what I like. That's where I'm past. Like, I don't ever want to be checked.
But
Well, when I say check, I don't mean like
aggressive.
check you. No, sometimes dudes are meatheads and boneheads, which is cool, but sometimes you need somebody to give you perspective on and direction. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that because any chick that I ever fuck with already know I'm alpha. That's just what it is. You can tell on how I talk. But I'm also motivating, but I do expect my woman to be strong-minded and be independent too. I don't expect her just to depend on me, not at all. Because if she just depend on me, that means she could depend on any dude. Any dude could just woo her with anything. I want her to be independent. I want her to be able to grind. Because that's what I admire about women. Leadership, qualities.
What's your opinion, Shay, about what he said, the guy?
I kind of have a mixed opinion on this because I understand both of your standpoints. I think I've probably been both at some point. I've been both soft and I've been both probably aggressive. And I really just depends. I think it really just depends on the guy that you're dealing with in the space that he's at in your life. Because sometimes when you're soft, if the person that you're with is not willing to accept that softness as a strength and they see it as a weakness and something to run over, then it's gonna most definitely turn you into a bulldog. And then sometimes if you're with somebody who's past the bulldog stage and they want a woman that's okay being soft, then the bulldog is gonna run them away. So I think as women, you just have to kind of find a happy medium. You have to get to a point where you trust the person that you're in a relationship with enough to be soft when it's time to be soft. I know as a woman, I don't always want to be aggressive, but I am, like Carl said, opinionated. Like if I feel like your idea has some areas that could be improved, I'm gonna speak on it. Now my delivery may vary depending on how the conversation is going.
You know,
because we could just be having a conversation. I could just be like, "Hey, I have an opinion on this," but if we button heads, then that might come off a lot more aggressive.
Well, I think the key. Wait, hold on, dude. I think the keys to a relationship is not what a person being secure, and I think trust. I think all those things is a part of the recipe that cooks up a good gumbo of a nice, loving relationship. If you don't have trust and you don't have, uh, dang, I just just said I just lost my thought. But the point is that you could mess up the gumbo. You know what I mean? You gonna mess up the recipe.
That's real. You definitely need that.
But I want to make it clear: just because I say I want my woman to be soft, don't mean that I'm on some like tiptoe around the house shit. No, I'm saying like I just don't tolerate a woman. What I can't stand, and I mean this in the most respectful way. I don't want to get I don't want to get targeted or attacked. I don't like when a woman can talk to me like she can whoop me. That it just bothers me. I want you to talk to me like I'm the big grizzly bear in the woods, and you know how to communicate well and not trying to offend me. That's because
it's just a respect thing. I think it's just a respect thing because I feel like even as a woman, if me and you are butting heads, I have a thing, and this is probably petty to some people because I know some people, the man and the woman in the relationship are aggressive and they talk to each other crazy.
I hate that shit.
I cannot stand for a man to tell me to shut the fuck up. I don't know what it is about shut the fuck up. Like, shut up, I could probably deal with. Like, hey, man, you doing too much. But when you throw the fuck in there, boy, it turns me into a whole nother beast. So I just feel like it's a respect thing. There's certain things that's going to be triggers for certain people. And like Carl said, if you trust somebody, you have to figure out a way to communicate without disrespecting that person. Even if you didn't intend on disrespecting them, if you do disrespect them, you have to fix it in order for it to work. Because just because you didn't intend on it doesn't mean it didn't happen. You still have to acknowledge things that were unintentional.
All right, let me get some of these comments in. Somebody said a woman's job is to tell her man yes. A man's job is to make it hard for his lady to say no. I mean, well said. Somebody also said, if the energy is off, if the energy doesn't match, everything will be off. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, that's no matter what way you spin that. If you talk about energy, if you talk about frequency, if you're, more religious and you talk about being equally yoked, all of that plays into that. You have to be equally yoked, no matter which way you spin it.
In this last few years, I met some beautiful human beings. Went from women to men to pause. But I met some. Is this cord in your way shape?
No,
toss it over. Okay.
Hey, dude. It's a movie. It's a movie where a black woman became the president. Why you think they made a black woman the president? It was a reason because of that. Because black women are really the strongest people on the planet, man. And I can't emphasize that enough. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to all the other women, but just how I feel about women. And you call them bulldogs. That really be hurting my feelings a little bit.
Let's make it clear. I don't call black women bulldogs. I call
you call aggressive women bulldogs.
Yeah. What the fuck? Now I call black women bulldogs.
I didn't say I okay. I took that out of content. Yeah, that was my fault.
Please, don't get me attacked by my sister.
No, I don't want to do that. Huh? No, I don't. I think their aggression. I like a spicy chick. Puerto Rican women is probably the same way as black women. Like I can deal with that because that's what I expect. I expect the girl to be feisty. I want her to be feisty. I don't want her to be crazy. I want her to be feisty though.
Talking about Gloria from White Man Can't Jump.
Absolutely. I could deal with that. I could deal with that because I think that sometimes behind every great man, that's a great woman. When I see Obama, just certain people, when I see Bobby and Whitney, maybe I shouldn't use those two, but you know what I mean?
Hey, All right, we on to the next topic, man. So,
Okay.
we on to the next topic. So the guy, you know this man. I can't pronounce his name probably. His name is Quizum Shabazz, the security guard. He was on a podcast called the Clean Your Room podcast with Peyton Hagen. I've never watched
Shout
it.
out to Peyton. He is doing his thing.
Shout out to
podcast.
Peyton Hagen. I was definitely gonna give Peyton
I watched
homage.
a couple of episodes of his recently. He is doing his thing.
Yeah, and I love the podcast name. The Smartest Dumb People name speaks for itself. We are smart and dumb at the same time. We don't know everything. I love what he's doing with the Clean Your Room podcast. He's giving people an emotional space to be vulnerable and speak their piece. And I think the dude is actually dope. There's a clip with Mr. Shabazz where he was talking about he felt different when he went over to his white friend's house. Let's watch the clip and we'll discuss it. We'll be right back with y'all.
remember having two specific friends, Jake and Daniel, the Millers. I don't know where they're at today. They were two white kids, and I was going to daycare, and that's where I met them, at daycare, and I would go spend a night at their house. And when I was spending the night over at their house, I would notice that they had a mother and a father in a home. And it was like that instance as a child. That was one of the things that dawned on me, like, man, this is going like this over here, and this is going like this over here. Why do they have so much more over here than what I have over here? And I could not, at the time, a child can't really express themselves other than through crying or through anger, don't have the words to really verbalize what they're internalizing, right? So that was my experience, and I do remember a huge shift at that point as well. Keep in mind, I seen everything that was going on around me, the dope, I seen all of that stuff. But those things were normal to me, So at the time, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I just knew that when I went to this other place, these things weren't taking place, and it felt more alive.
Yeah. Can you break down a situation or like a memory that comes to mind of you being at your friend's house, Jake and Daniel's house? Like, what's one of like the best memories that you had with them over there?
Going to bed at night.
Okay.
Man, going to bed at night, and it was peace, and it was structure. And it was like, you guys need to be in the bed by 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock or whatever at that time. And then waking up in the morning, his mother used to make this stuff called fruit salad. That was my first. And that, she would get up and she would cook breakfast and stuff like that. And I was internalizing that stuff. But I wasn't getting that same treatment where I was coming from, nor had I ever seen it done really where I was coming from. Mm-hmm. So as a child, man, that really hit me. Yeah. I remember having.
All right, that's the actual clip, and I'll be the first to say we can't be what we can't see. And I've been using that quote for a long time now. If you're we all are products of our environment to a certain extent. And what I mean is that's like you start off in this environment, so you're automatically tailored into that environment. But your mindset, they say, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. You can make it out of these environments. He's living proof of that. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother's doing well at night. I don't know him like that, but I know he's an activist for the community, and I respect anybody that's trying to help the village and not hurt the village. So shout out to that brother. But for me, I felt like what he was saying, I experienced that too. Carl, I want you to be able to tell your story too, because I, as a cousin, witnessed Carl. He used to have white friends that he would go over the house and do big things with. I had a friend, he was black though. His name was Darrell. And he had a great mom by the name of Cindy and a great stepfather by the name of Ray. R.I.P. to Ray, he passed. And it was a difference. When I went over their house, I didn't get the structure because Darrell was bad as fuck. That motherfucker was bad as fuck. But they had a swimming pool in their backyard. They had shit that I didn't have, so I used to love to go over there. And I will be the first to say, being a product of my environment, growing up in the projects, going to a friend's house that had a house with a swimming pool and other friends playing outside, like actually playing, not doing gang shit, it was different. Carl, do you want to tell your story?
Well, my story is that it's just basically similar to the gentleman that was speaking prior to us talking about this. What's interesting is that I sat up and thought about it, and I was like, "Dang, did I ever have any black friends that was cool that I admired their family setting?" And I thought about it. I was like, "Dang, your family, dude, like your family to me was important because y'all had a family setting. It was a mother and a father, and they were married, and y'all family setting was what I admired. Not only my white friends, and like he said though, he said that his white friends would cook the fruit salad. My white friends would cook. My parents would cook casseroles. Casseroles every night, tuna casserole, string bean casserole, just casseroles. Casseroles, for real. And it's based on a true story. And that's what I remember with my friend, and also the structure. But I also see that in black households too, as well. Even if the my friends was living in the projects and they just had a mother and a dad setting. To me, that was very important. That structure right there, a mother and a father setting was important to me.
Yeah, as it should be. I definitely think two-parent households are underrated. You know what I'm saying? And like, look at the situation. I could speak on the situation of me trying to be a stepfather to a kid. My whatever you want to call her, the situation when I was trying to be a stepfather, it was not respected. But I know that it takes a village. The theory that this is my kid. Say for example, let's speak about being a stepfather in general. If you don't have a man in your kid's life and then you get a man that wants to be in your kid's life, you cannot make them feel like they can't tell your kid shit. Because at the end of the day, if you love a person, you're going to make sure that you trust them enough to make decisions for your children as well. For me, I can speak for myself. I loved having my kids having a stepmom. And I would say, go ask her. Go ask you. Like, I never questioned her because I wanted her to feel like she can discipline my daughter, not put her hands on my child because I wouldn't put my hands on her child. But I wanted her to have access to being able to discipline Aviana, tell Aviana where she can and can't go, make those decisions as a parent. Because once you're in a two-parent household and it's ran correctly, like Carl said, it does help with structure. Doing everything as a single parent, I can speak for fathers and mothers. I can't speak for mothers, but as a single parent, it's hard. It's hard to have structure. You're too busy. I had Zeno. He's just a cat. He's just a cat, and I lost my fucking mind in 4 weeks and had to get rid of him, motherfucker. I couldn't imagine if he was a newborn baby needing his diaper changed. I got a kid hanging from the fucking. I couldn't imagine. So I don't know what it's like to have. And like Carl said, my mom and dad was together until I was 13 years old. It definitely balanced me out as a human being. I know I have a lot of respect for human beings. I know that I have a good head on my shoulders because I had the yin and the yang in the household. My daddy used to whoop my ass. My mama was very coddling. And then when my dad left is when my mom became the I'll whoop your ass. Because my mom basically turned into a man. Yeah. But when she had my dad, and I tell people the story, I'm about to get real. I don't want to get too emotional, but I knew my mom and dad was getting a divorce because I told my mom and dad this too. My dad was eating a Philly steak and cheese sandwich, and then my mom wanted a bite, and then it was the most devious, meanest shit to do to somebody you love. And he acted like he was gonna give her a bite, and then he took it away and ate the whole thing. And I knew they was getting a divorce then because he was like tired of her shit, she was tired of his shit. But yeah, having a two-parent household definitely impacts homes. What's your opinion, Shay?
I agree. I was actually just talking to a friend about this earlier, and the friend said the other parent used to be a very, very good parent, but since they separated, they're not a good parent anymore. And I explained this because the household is divided now. So where the responsibility was, the well-oiled machine that I referenced earlier, the responsibility was split into two. Dad handles this, mom handles this. Now the responsibility is primarily set on one. So as a woman who went through that, where my kids got a two-parent household, my older kids got a two-parent household for the majority of their lives. My youngest baby never got a two-parent household.
The baby.
The 3-year-old never got a two-parent household because me and dad broke up when he was literally like the day he turned 3 months. So where I felt like, I always say this too, I felt like I was a better mother to the older kids than I am with this one, because with this one I have to do everything by myself. Like, he's with me 98% of the time unless I'm at work, and even when I'm at work, like, he's with somebody that's close to me that's calling. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I have to work. I have to handle the bills. I have to handle the other kids. I have to cook. I gotta clean. I got my schoolwork, and then I just have all of these responsibilities that used to be set into two. So, unfortunately, when you are overloaded with responsibilities like that, you do kind of fall off. So you need that yin and that yang when you're raising kids. Like, I feel like if I would have known my situation would have been like that, I wouldn't have gotten pregnant with another baby. I wouldn't have.
So you saying if you would have known that y'all was gonna break up?
Yeah, like if I would have known that we was gonna break up, I wouldn't have had another baby. But I mean, my baby is a blessing. I don't regret it. I love him to death, and I absolutely adore him. But it's a lot of responsibility, especially like when you already out of the toddler stage. Boy, the toddler stage is something crazy. Oh my God, I ain't been in the toddler stage in 12 years.
We gotta touch the main event. We ain't even talked about the main event yet.
What's your what?
Usher.
Yeah, we didn't even.
We didn't, because we was talking about it before we started, and it almost like we discussed it already.
Yeah.
Let's watch the clip. So a young lady went viral for basically disrespecting the king of R&B. Is he the king of R&B? Is Usher
the king of R&B? I don't know.
Let's watch.
You don't think it would be Chris Brown?
Hell no.
I feel like Chris Brown is up there.
I think Chris Brown is the king of R&B right now.
And I went to his concert last year for his 20th anniversary. Oh my God, you have no idea how many songs like you know from Chris Brown and how many hits he has. Like, I was dancing and singing the whole time. That's when I really, 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 really appreciated his catalog. Like, this man has
it's crazy.
Grow up. He's been in since I was a child. He's been in every.
Let's watch the clip. Let's watch the clip of what this young lady did to Usher, and we'll break it down. We'll be right back with y'all. We didn't even talk about this. Usher did
I don't think she want to be on the stage.
Get your ass off the stage. All right, so we almost played an ad. That's the actual clip, man, and I'll be the first to say,
I don't think
it felt good. It felt good. First off, it felt good to watch somebody of his status be like, nigga, get up. Well, first off, I do agree with Usher too, because his team said that she shouldn't have never went up there.
Yeah, she shouldn't have went on stage because it was part of the show. But also, I don't think she wrote. I don't.
She said she wanted it to be Chris Brown.
That's fine.
She said she wanted it to be Chris Brown. I will be, man. We do not respect celebrities like we used to. And the internet did that too. Remember when you used to
Well, it's documented that he got the germ. It's documented that Usher got the germ. Well, I mean, what? Don't kiss me, dog. What's wrong with you? I think she was cool for that. That's what I mean. You got to be able to make decisive decisions. You got to be able to make quick decision making. That's what I think is important. I think that she exhibit a strong woman. She made a decision. She knew she didn't want to do that. Don't try it, buddy. I heard things about you. We all did, and it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be trying to kiss on nobody. He got the hurt, the simplex 3, the complex 3. What is it? Yeah. Come on, man.
But even outside of that, what if she just got a man at home, she married or something, she didn't want to disrespect her husband? Like, what if it's just something that simple? Like, yeah, I'm up here on the stage. Yeah, maybe, but
Shay, she done already had that conversation. She already had that conversation with her husband. That's what made her go up on stage. She like, I ain't gonna do it. And then he said, you would do it. And then she went up there like, I'm gonna do it.
And then they had her on TMZ. She talked crazy about Usher.
Did she say you had the jerk?
But also, like, just because he's a celebrity, what? I'm supposed to just let you have your way, and then, like, I have to hold you to a certain standard because you can sing and dance? Like, nah.
We've had this discussion before, and I said I would catch Chris Brown's kiss. We had this discussion before. But my
kiss and physically kissing is different.
But I don't think he was trying to kiss her.
I don't know.
No, you shouldn't catch no man kiss, nigga. Let's be clear on that.
He be feeding women cherries and all kind. You know, he do a lot in his shows. She definitely should have went up there.
So if Michael Jackson tried to feed you a cherry, you wouldn't eat it?
Who?
Michael Jackson. You.
Me?
Sir. Yes, you, sir.
Man, dog, I ain't even put myself in position. I'm not tilting my head. I'm not giving him no idea that it's it. As a matter of fact, dude, I used to have a saying. It should be called this. Look at my face. Do you look like you could feed me a cherry?
About yourself.
You can't feed me no cherry, nigga.
If Michael fed me a cherry, I'm gonna eat it. Paul.
I'll probably eat cherry, but don't put your lips on me. I don't even like hugs from people that I haven't seen in a long time. I don't even like that. That makes me be like, ooh. It do. I don't like it. I don't even like, you know how you run into somebody in the grocery store and like, oh. You can ask anybody who has done that to me. I do this. I can't stand it. Don't put your sweaty ass lips on me.
Hey guys, now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends and Caucasians. Look, we are happy to be back. This is the Smartest Dumb People. Y'all gotta say anything before we get up out of here?
Don't kiss Usher on stage. He got the Simplex 3, the Complex 3. Don't kiss Usher.
This nigga is stupid. Hey, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to my supervisor. Shout out to Katie. Katie gave me the day off today, man. I really needed it. I work 16-hour days. I randomly asked her. She is one of the best managers I've ever had. I genuinely love my job, my jobs that I have. I am thriving at work right now. And I just wanted to shout out to my supervisor because she gave me a random day off that I really needed to work on the show and decompress. Now I'm ready to go back to fucking work and get spit on, slapped, bit, punched.
You deserve a raise.
I deserve the break and I got it, so I'm good. Mm-hmm. Look, this is the Smartest Dumb People. Anybody else got something to say before we get up out of here?
You know what I'm gonna say? Drink your water, mind your business.
Bro?
No, I'm good. See y'all next week.
We'll see y'all next Tuesday. Y'all have a great, great night.
Hey, yo, what's up? Have you seen the Smartest Dumb People podcast?
You. Are you dumb?
I'm getting smarter just thinking about it. Politics, sports, your mama, whatever. The Smartest Dumb People podcast cover everything. With Anthony that dude Johnson and special guests, you're about to learn everything you need to know about everything you need to know. Man, I even had to buy a new pair of glasses after watching